Okay, now I'm live. There might be two videos, one with just a few minutes. For some reason it started and then stopped and said I couldn't do it, but now we are live. So please say hello. Let me know you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to talk about cord cutting today. So, of course, bring in your questions. Some people hopping on now, say hello. Let me know you're here. Bring your questions. Sorry for the whatever happened with the other one. That video did not want to work. Hi, Shannon, Stephanie, hello. Che, hi. It's always good to see you. And hi, Chris. Wonderful. Hi, hi, hi. Hey, Veronica. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to talk cords. Before I do that, I want to give you a couple of updates. And as I chat about updates, things that are going on, please put any questions you have about cords. I'm going to be explaining sort of good cords, bad cords, and how they happen and what we can do about it. And then I will clear any cords that are available for you to clear. And I'm just going to open up body code real quick. I may want to read a little bit of what body code says about cord cutting, although body code honestly is just kind of a very baseline. It's very baseline. You can go deeper, but I'll keep that open there. So updates. For our Lake Gaston retreat, we only have one full-size room left, and then there is the bunk room that I believe sleeps 4. So that's all that's left. So if you are looking for a retreat, a getaway, some really time to press pause on the busyness of life, as well as receiving some really lovely movement, embodiment, coaching, and energy work, then we're here to support you in that. And those are the two options that are left: one queen room and then the bunk shared room, and prices are based on your room. So that's what's left there, and that is, I believe, in about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, with this last weekend in April, but it's coming up super soon. And the other update piece is Soul Shift launches in the first week of April. I don't exactly have the day yet. I still need to send out some info gathering. So if you are interested in Soul Shift, that is still available. For those of you that are in Reset, which is a couple of you that are on today, there is a discount for Reset members that I'll announce tomorrow in our monthly call. And if you want more information on Soul Shift, I can send you the video, or actually you can even find the info session in our group here. So I'm back from Bahamas. It was a beautiful trip, and I am ready to dive into some of these new offers and retreating, and so happy to talk about cord cutting today. So what is a cord? A cord is, let's talk first, a healthy cord is an example of a healthy cord is one that develops the moment the mother gives birth and you lay baby on her. And even if baby is laid on a medical table for an examination, or there's procedures that happen, eventually what happens is there is a cord heart to heart. And when I see this cord this way, it is shown to me in rose quartz. And sometimes that needs to be enhanced between mother and child, or father and child. You can have a heart-to-heart with father and child too, but that's just a really beautiful example. And it's an exchange of energetic information. It explains how we hear stories of, say, child gets into a car accident and mother immediately knows that something is wrong. She doesn't even have to receive the phone call. She knows something's wrong and she begins to worry or pursue gathering information or whatever it may be. It's how we tune into our closest relationships. So that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is perhaps there is a love lost, a broken heart, an abusive relationship, a toxic friendship, any variation along those lines, and the relationship goes sour, one party can cord the other in a negative way. Oftentimes these cords are in the lower chakras, so it's pulling like your life force energy out of you, or creative energy. Technically it can be anywhere. Sometimes I really feel them on the side body, almost like a stitch in the side, and there's a drain out the side. Sometimes it can be in the back heart, almost like it's preventing you from loving again. It pulls energy out the back heart center to stop you from being able to pour out or receive love. These cords are, I want to say 100% of the time, but of course I can't say that, but are most often unconscious. Right? Sometimes it comes out of desperation, just pure, I need this person in my life. I feel lost without them. And there's an energetic cord that just pulls your energy. And it's a way of staying connected when you might otherwise, in the real, not be connected with that person. So we want to clear that up so that you're not losing energy, draining energy, having energy sucked from you, or being interfered with in any way, right? Because energy flows in both directions. So that's kind of the essence of what a cord is. Let me look at body code real quick and see if there's anything else I want to tell you. Cords can cause people to become irritated with each other or to create codependence in a relationship. Sometimes let's say it's with your current partner, or even with a child or a dear friend, somebody who's in your life, it can cause you to stay stuck in old patterns, right? So if there was a moment or a time of dysfunction, and then the cord is activated during dysfunction, and you're trying desperately to evolve, to grow, to change, maybe you're in counseling or you're working on your relationship, but things really fall back into an old way of being, that can be because there's a cord that was initiated during a time of dysfunction. They can attach anywhere on the body, and sometimes that is really relevant to what's happening in your life, right? Like, so if it's draining energy out of your sacral chakra, then you have no initiative. You can't really create your next stages in life. There's this lack of drive that may be going on. Of course, there's lots of things that can contribute to that, but that's just an example. Okay. Questions? I've got no questions to answer. I will do a cord clearing for everybody today. If you're just signing in, please say hello. Let me know you're here. And definitely after this is over, go back and listen to the beginning, because I just did all the explaining of what a cord is and what it does to us. So everybody's completely clear, understands what a cord is, and doesn't have any questions. Give me a yes if that is true, and we will move on to clearing a cord if you have one. Are there ways to recognize cords? Yes. It's usually has to do, thank you, Shannon. It usually has, you're tuning into your intuition, right? Like, so you may notice after a breakup that you can't really let go of the person, right? You keep on thinking about them, or hi, Kathy, cat, hi. Or you find that you are, dreaming about this person. They're just coming back to you and coming back to you. It's like, you can't just let it go. You can't have that person out of the of your life, right? Because they're still corded to you, draining energy. And so if someone is lingering when you have removed the relationship from your life, that's one sign that there's a cord. If you're in a very dysfunctional relationship where you find yourself like returning to the relationship, like, oh, you keep going back, he or she says the right thing and you're like, all right, well, I'm back in that relationship all over again. That's another telltale sign that you're corded, where you just can't like break free. Okay. Are there ways to shift the dynamics of the cords? So if you've got a negative cord, you just need to release it and let go. And you'll hear me do this today, but when you do a cord clearing, you want to affirm that there is a that when the cord is removed, that you are filled with love and light, right? You're replacing, because the cord sort of attaches, like let's say this is your skin. The cord is, how do I do this with the camera? There we go. It's almost like clicked in here. And as you remove it, you want to fill this space with love and light, right? Our beings do not like void. Voided energetic space is an invitation for negative or low frequency energy to come fill it. So you always want to affirm that you are filling with love and light. So if you go see an energy practitioner that is not me and they don't do that, make sure you ask them to do that. And you can just say, like, hey, I heard this person talk about this and I noticed you didn't do that. Do we need to do it? And chances are this person just forgot or maybe did it silently, but it's something to be conscious of as you work with practitioners. All right, so when you feel like you have a cord to somebody that has passed, and that is possible, sometimes when somebody's not, I don't want to say ready, because really the soul chooses to leave, but their human has kind of ties. Maybe they were very controlling, maybe they want something to be the way that they wanted it to be, or they feel like you can't function or survive or thrive without you. They may cord you before they do pass over. And it's the same thing. It's not appropriate. You want to clear it. You can still stay connected with your deceased loved ones without a cord, right? So there are ways to do that. So Che, with your oldest daughter, if it's always felt negative, that may be past life stuff that's showing up and clouding your heart-to-heart cord. That's a question I would ask yourself, like if you're muscle testing or really tuning into your own intuition, is oftentimes we play out these dynamics with our children where there's real stuff going on. And so you start this life and you're like, well, this is my baby and it's supposed to be all perfect and lovely, but this kid is working my nerves and triggers me everywhere. And that is a contract that you two signed to come into this life. Like, okay, we're going to work this out. We're actually going to get to neutral and I'm going to trigger the hell out of you so that you face your stuff. And this is for both parties. You face your stuff and heal. And then you can be neutral and have a more, I was going to say heart-centered relationship, but again, that rose quartz, really beautiful heart-to-heart connection. Yeah, Shannon, yes, nerve working. Yep, kids are good at that. And even on the best of days, our kids are really good at that. But sometimes you have a child that is, you don't have best days. Like it can just feel like it's always been work or it's always been hard. That's probably some past life baggage. Okay, great questions, everyone. Thank you, thank you. What other questions do we have today? And if you're just signing in, say hi. Let me know you're here. What are your questions? I explained all about cords in the beginning. And so you can listen to the replay on the page once it posts. All right, are we ready to let go of some cords? Somebody give me a yes if you're ready. More than somebody, a couple of you, please. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so let's take a nice breath in. Settle into your body. Really bring awareness into the flesh. Maybe feel the backs of your legs supported by the chair that you're in. Breathing deep into the lower belly. And as you become present in your body, in your physical state, just make a connection with Source, with God, whatever you call that energy. Bring that light and love into the crown of the head. Bring it right down the center of the body. Run it down your legs, out the root. Connect into Earth Mother. And then bring her supportive, grounding energy all the way back into the heart. And now that you're connected, I invite you to say a silent prayer or affirmation that releasing any unproductive, unhealthy cords is you are willing to do that. It is your highest good, that you are willing and you choose to let go. So as we do this cord clearing, I'm going to clear in a couple places, really just like what I'm guided to do. And I want you to tune into where your body brings awareness, right? You may feel like, I can already feel, I felt it since we got on the call, there are at least one of you that's got a cord right in this like hip bend space that is pulling you sort of back into the right. And right is masculine and backwards. So that may be like holding you in place, like you can't step forward into your next phase of life. But pay attention to where in the body you feel any little pulls. Just allow the body to give you information. Okay, so we delete, uncreate, and dissolve all negative cords from this lifetime, from past lifetimes, across all directions of time, all realities where you exist. And we command that any holes created from this be filled with divine love and light. So next I'm being shown lower chakras, like sacral in the back body, and root chakra. This is past life, this is blocked. So this is, was muscle testing to get clarity. This is present lifetime, but it didn't clear the first time around because there were blocks to clearing. So we delete and create and destory any blocks to releasing, letting go, and dissolving unhealthy, unproductive, or energy draining cords. We do that across all time, space, dimension, and reality, all the way to 0 point. And now I command that all negative cords, secret, hiding, encoded, encrypted, hidden cords under any distinction or any hiding place, be released, dissolved, and uncreated across all time, all space, all realities where you exist, and every hole created or crevice created be filled with divine love and light. And so it is. Okay, Shannon, so learning about staying connected after severing a cord. So when you have appropriate, those heart-to-heart cords to, and we'll enhance any heart-to-heart cords with children and partners that you want to enhance, so let's say there's a negative cord with a friend who you don't necessarily have a heart-to-heart cord, but you want to evolve this relationship. You can do that evolving in your interactions, right? So you have good boundaries, you communicate clearly, you stay open-hearted, you do those things. So if we're talking more about family members where things have been difficult, where you would naturally have a heart-to-heart, then we want to do more of enhancing that. So tune back into the body and bring your awareness into your heart center and bring to mind the person that you've struggled with. Maybe it's your child. Maybe it's your partner. And if there's two people, you can see them standing side by side with a cord going to each person, right in the heart center. And so from here, we'll take this really beautiful rose quartz energy and wrap the already existing cord with this rose quartz high frequency love and light, and set the intention that there is love connection between the two of you, and set any other intention that you would like to at this time. Good job, everyone. So good. Thank you for that. So anytime there feels like there's been an impairment, a negative shift in this connection here, you can visualize that rose quartz energy between the two of you, repairing and mending any tears or breaks. These don't often break necessarily. I mean, even with trauma, they don't typically break, but there certainly can be tears. Is there anything else to do there? Okay, so good. Thank you, everyone who participated, who asked questions. For those of you listening to the replay, say hi and let me know you're here and ask questions. I'm happy to hop back in here and answer any questions that you have. I listed my next 3 of these live calls in my newsletter. I don't remember what they are right now, but I think it's maybe miasms, and a couple of other things that come from body code, like specific body codes of broadcast messages, or emotional reverberations. I think those are the 3 that are coming up over the next quarter. And so you'll get invites in the group to come to those. And if there's anything else specific that you would like for me to focus on in a call, just reach out. Hope you all have a lovely day. You're so welcome. We'll see you soon.